Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. Long time no see. We're going to take a look at Payoff Pitch, the PC version, which you can get on Steam. And what you get with it, and it's on sale now, there's a slight markdown. It's like $44 before tax. You get the 2025 season, which is the 2025 season. You also get the demo teams, which you can probably now set up and create a project. And the third set is Legends and Busts, so you get like decade teams with free agents, mind you. So you can make, I take it you can make teams. Again, I'm not an expert. We're taking our first look on the channel. I have played the demo. So you can make teams. You got quite a few players here. And if you let's the ratings, you got Lou Gehrig, Cy Young, Rube Waddell, so on and so forth. Again, this is Payoff Pitch, the PC version. I'm going to go to the project I created, Decade Teams, and these teams will play 20 games a piece. I don't know if there's a playoff. That's what I'm intrigued about. Again, we're looking at this together. They have a lot of cool features. I'm not an expert at Payoff Pitch. I do have the board game. I struggled with it, with the base advancement and double plays. Not that it's hard, but as I was just telling my wife, Nurse Teresa, it's a game I would have to play all the time to remember the little rules. So I'm very excited about Payoff Pitch being on PC. Hello, David Zielinski. Hope all is well. So I set up this league. Let's go to games. I already played the first game, which for 7 innings was practically a pitcher's duel, and then all hell broke loose with runs scored 8-5, the 20s over the 1930s and 40s decade teams. And we can look at you have beautiful box scores. Let's see that. So if you go to the box score, very standard but nice box score. Well done. You got play results. Really cool stuff here. Dice trends. So it's fun stuff. A lot of cool stuff. And it's a very good version of Payoff Pitch for the PC. So I think we're going to play, and I have the AI managers. Pretty good. They pull the infield in way too much, but I'm just letting the AI manage. Let's do the 70s National League versus the 60s decade team. So let's click play ball or play game. And we're going to have the DH. So they're going with Bob Gibson. That's who they picked. And he's a righty. Tommy John's a lefty. So let's go generate a roster here. Right-handed pitcher with a DH. And click generate. So the 70s National League will have Rose, Winfield, Bench, Kingman, Parker, Matlock, Tony Perez, Al Oliver, and Dave Concepcion. Your DH is Dave Kingman. That's probably not a bad choice. You probably don't want Kong in the outfield or anywhere else. So again, we're just going to let the AI do that. And now Tommy John. It's interesting they went with Tommy John. Let's see. We could go edit. I'm just curious. Okay. And let's just look at pitchers. And let's all look at starting pitchers. Kuzman. Well, Andy Mesher. Smith. What was he? And again, this is like an average, I think, of how they make up this team. I think, for the stats. So they went with Tommy John. That's who they wanted. That's cool. We'll stick with that. So the 60s, I personally probably would have went. Let's edit this. I would have went Sandy Koufax. And in fact, I would have went Sandy Koufax, but we'll go Bob Gibson. We'll let the AI do its managing thing. All right, so we're going to generate left-handed pitcher. So you click here, left-handed pitcher with the DH. No, that's right-handed. There we go. And just click generate. So they're going to go Roberto Clemente, Lou Brock, Hank Aaron, Ernie Banks, Joe Torre, Vada Pinson, Petrocelli at short, Robinson at third, Willie Davis, the DH. That's what the AI is doing, my friends. That's what the AI is doing. All right, now you just click play ball. Pretty quick moving game. So you have your defense here, and there's options, and a lot of great videos out there on it. So we're just gonna play the game. Check out all the other wonderful videos in the community for Payoff Pitch. So what you do, and this is kind of neat. I like this AI decision. You'll see what they like here. Okay, when you want to start the game, you just click here. Now I have the dice tray. There's options, all kinds of things. Plenty of videos out there for that. And we can show you after, but there's plenty of videos out there. So we're just going to play the game. So Pete Rose leads off. This is really cool. If you hover on Pete Rose, you can see the breakdown, the analytics. So wheelhouse, not really good that he's going to get a wheelhouse. Okay. Patient. Tough. Most likely it's going to be a tough or an in play. Or patient. I'm sorry. So we click here. And we got our dice here. And I like to roll the white die, then the 6-sided die, then the 10-sided die first. Individually, excuse me. So it's a ballpark for Pete Rose. Now we're going to roll these. You read blue-red. So it's a ballpark. It was a 51. So you come over here. It stays in play. Then they go off the fast action card with a 42. You go back to in play. That's a ground ball to Bob Gibson. He'll throw to Ernie Banks, one down. That brings up Dave Winfield, the right fielder. Gibson to Winfield, righty-righty matchup. Tough. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Petrocelli will throw to Banks, 2 away. MV, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Hope all is well. 2 down, base is empty for Johnny Bench. Let's take a look at that. So Bench has a good chance of getting a wheelhouse here. It seems, if I'm understanding this correctly. Gibson to Johnny Bench. So you can see on the Gibson card, 6, 7, 8, 10, and 11 are toughs. It's a patient. So now you're going to look at the right-handed column in the patient part. 49, and off the patient, Bench gets a pretty good pitch, doubles. So a 2-out double for Johnny Bench. That brings up Dave Kingman. Let's see what Kong can do here with 2 outs. Ballpark! Holy cow, another snake eyes. So, ballpark, right-handed pitching. He needs 1 through 26 for wheelhouse. It is a 37. He can't take advantage of the ballpark. It's going to be in play. Because 27 through 99 in play. And then they flip the fast action card, 44. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Brooks Robinson fires to Ernie Banks. Side is retired. Bench stranded at second. All right, due up for the 60s, Clemente, Brock, and Hank Aaron. And over here, it gives you the AI decisions. It's kind of neat. Again, I'm just letting the AI run the management and stuff like that for now. So Tommy John's a lefty to face Roberto Clemente. Tommy John has 4, 5, and 8 are toughs. In plays 3, 7, 9, 10. Wheelhouse is a 12. And ballpark's a 2. All right, let's see. In play, so Clemente will swing the bat. Fly ball out to right. Dave Winfield makes the catch. 1 out. Lou Brock is up. The pitch to Brock. Tough. Now we're going to look, you look at, it's going to be under the left-handed column. High roll, 95. That's a fly ball out to right. Winfield makes the catch, 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty for Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron, if he gets the wheelhouse, pretty good shot at getting a homer here. 1 through 77. But he's got to roll the wheelhouse. John in play. Hank Aaron swings. Ground ball to second. Matlock's playing second. Flips to Perez. Side retired. We go to the top of the second. Due up Parker, Matlock, and Perez for the 1970s National League ball players. Dave Parker. The pitch to Parker from Bob Gibson. Gibson, that's a tough. And, oh! Parker takes the tough pitch with the roll of a 39 and singles. So Dave Parker at first, he singles. Let's see what the AI manager is going to do. They're not going to go hit and run. They don't like it. Parker's not stealing. Here's Bill Matlock. Tough for Matlock, and the 0-9 is a strikeout. So Gibby gets his first K. Tony Perez, 1 out, 1 on. Gibson to Perez. Tough. Fly ball out to center field. Pinson will make the catch. Retreating back to first is Parker. 2 down. Parker will be off on contact. Al Oliver steps to the plate. Let's just look at that. So Al Oliver most likely is going to have a tough situation. Here's the pitch. Tough. Ground ball to third. Robinson fires to Banks. Side retired. Bottom of the second. Banks, Torrey, and Pinson for the 1960s. Ernie Banks to face the lefty Tommy John. The pitch from John. The ball will be in play. Ground ball to first. Banks flips to John. 1 out. Joe Torre. Let's see what Joe Torre can do here. The pitch to Torre. He gets an in play. Swings the stick and he smacks a double. So Joe Torre on the 0-5 doubles. Scoring position, 1 out. For Vada Pinson. Here's the pitch to Vada Pinson. Tommy John deals a tough. Fly ball to center. Will it be deep enough for Torrey to tag? Torrey, not a really good base runner. I think we use this over here. I think that's where they're getting this, but I'm not sure. And it doesn't always make sense to me. And this is actually the last card, so they're probably not getting that from there. But that's a fly out to center. Oliver makes the catch. Torrey holds. 2 outs. Torrey will be off on contact. And here's Rico Petrocelli. The pitch to Petrocelli from Tommy John. defense. So the ground ball's to short. It's a 4. So you look here under the 4, and I think they take it off the 47, and that's an out. And that's going to end the side. So Concepcion makes the play and throws to first. We go to the top of the third. No score. Bob Gibson will face Concepcion, Rose, and Winfield. The pitch to Davy Concepcion. Patient. Odds are it's a walk, and it is. So Concepcion works a walk. He's at first. Pete Rose comes up. And here's a cool thing. So, in Pete Rose's first at-bat, you can see it was a ballpark. The roll was a 51, and he grounded out to Bob Gibson. That's really cool, and it will show you each at-bat. So that's really cool. I like that a lot in this Payoff Pitch PC version. Here's the pitch to Pete Rose, who is 0 for 1. He gets a tough from Gibson, and he slaps a single. First and second, no outs for Dave Winfield. Winfield, 0 for 1. He swings the stick. No, maybe not. Patient. He walks. So the 1960s are in trouble here. Bases loaded, no outs. Gibson in a pickle. Johnny bench. And you can see he doubled his first time up off a patient with a roll of a 49. Can he do it again? Gibson in play. Single! So Johnny Bench is 2 for 2. That's going to knock in 2 runs, 2-0. 1970s National Leaguers. Gibson to Kingman. Kingman he grounded out his first time to third. Patient flies out to center. Advancing to third on the sac fly is Dave Winfield. Vada Pinson makes the catch. 1 out. Base runners on the corners. You have Winfield at third. Bench at first. Parker at the plate. Parker singled his first at-bat. Tough. Strikeout. Gibson needed that. 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Gibson now faces Bill Matlock. Matlock 0 for 1. He struck out on a tough. Matlock gets another tough. Fly ball out to right. Clemente makes the catch. Side retired, but the 1970s National Leaguers score 2. We go to the top of the fourth. 2-0 1970s National Leaguers. For the 60s, trailing by 2, Brooks Robinson, Willie Davis, then the top of the order, Roberto Clemente. First at-bat for Brooksy. It's a patient. Robinson swings at the low pitch. Ground ball to second. Matlock to Perez. 1 down. Willie Davis, his first at-bat. Left-handed batter. Davis swings the stick. Fly ball out to right. Winfield makes the catch. 2 away. Top of the order, Roberto Clemente. 0 for 1. He flew out to right on an in-play. The pitch from Tommy John to Roberto Clemente. Clemente, ground ball to third. Rose up with it. Throws to Perez. Side is retired. We go to the top of the fourth. 2-0 1970s National Leaguers. For the 70s National Leaguers, Perez, Oliver, Concepcion, bottom third of the order versus a very angry Bob Gibson. They put up 2 on Gibby in the top of the fourth. In the top of the third. Tony Perez 0 for 1. Flew out to center. The pitch to Perez. Patient. He swings at a high pitch, lofts it out to center field. Pinson makes the catch, 1 down. Al Oliver's 0 for 1. He grounded to third. Gibson to Oliver. That's a tough. And that is a single. So on the 30, Al Oliver rips a single. 1 out, 1 on. Davey Concepcion walked his first time up. Here's the pitch to Davey. He gets a tough from Gibson. And he singles. So they're getting those good rolls on the toughs. First to third goes Al Oliver. 1 out, runners on the corners. Oliver at third. Concepcion at first. You're not going to steal. The AI manager says no. And you can set up different AI managing techniques if you want. It's up to you. Pete Rose 1 for 2. The pitch to Pete. Tough. Strikes out on the 0-9. So 2 down. Gibson struck out 3. Trying to keep it a 2-0 game. 2 outs, runners on the corners for Dave Winfield. Winfield 0 for 1 with a walk. Gibson to Winfield. Patient. Singles! Clutch hit by Dave Winfield on the patient. Runs scores 3-0 1970s National Leaguers. Concepcion at third. Winfield clapping his hands at first. With an RBI single, Johnny Bench 2 for 2. He has doubled and singled. The pitch to Bench is a tough. And he strikes out on the 27. But once again, the 1970s National Leaguers pick up a run against a very angry Bob Gibson. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 3-0 1970s National Leaguers due up for the 60s stars. Brock, Aaron, and Banks. Lou Brock 0 for 1. Flew out to right. The pitch from Tommy John to Brock. It's a tough. And that's a strikeout. So he strikes out 1 through 42 against a left-handed pitcher. 1 down. Tommy John has struck out Lou Brock. Hank Aaron's 0 for 1. Hammer and Hank grounded to second in his first at-bat. Here's the pitch to Hank Aaron. Patient off the Tommy John card. Hank Aaron works a walk. So Aaron at first, 3-0, 1970s National Leaguers. Ernie Banks 0 for 1. Grounded to first. It's an in play for Ernie. Ground ball to short, possible double play. Let's see what happens. It's a 6-4-3 double play. Side retired. We go to the top of the fifth. 3-0, 1970s National Leaguers. Due up for the 1970s National League decade team. Kingman, Parker, Matlock. Dave Kingman 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flown out. Gibson to Kingman. It's a tough. And it's a strikeout. So you can see Kingman strikes out against right-handed pitching 1 through 66. He's not getting his kicks on Route 66. 1 down. Kingman gone via the K, and I left my Gatorade upstairs. Here's Dave Parker. Parker 1 for 2. Parker singled off a tough, then struck out on a tough. I love that they give you the dice rolls and what the pitch zone was. So that's really cool. Gibson rolls a defense check. And that's going to be an error on the third baseman. So the third baseman is Brooks Robinson. Wow. That's a 5. And then I think we go off this percentile, the 10, and that's where you get your error. And it's a 1 base error. And that's a good thing about a PC game. It does the heavy lifting for some things you don't have to worry about. You can still enjoy the wonders and the wonderful play of Payoff Pitch. opening here for the 70s National Leaguers to put up some more runs. 1 out, 1 on. Parker at first. Matlock 0 for 2. The pitch to Bill Matlock. Tough. Matlock swings at a fastball. He lifts it out to left field. Lou Brock makes the catch. Retreating back to first is Parker. There are 2 outs now. Here's Tony Perez. Perez 0 for 2. He's flown out twice to center field. The pitch to Perez. Perez swings in play. He'll fly out to Brock in left, retiring the side. Top of the 6th, 3-0. 1970s decade National Leaguers due up for the 60s decade team. Torrey, Pinson, and Petrocelli. Torrey doubled his first time up on an in-play. Tommy John rolls in play. Torrey swings ground ball to first. Perez takes it to the bag himself, 1 down. Vada, potato. Tough for Tommy John. Ground ball to second on the 88. Pinson is retired by Matlock, 2 away. Base is empty for Rico Petrocelli. Rico 0 for 1, grounded to his counterpart, Davey Concepcion. Here's the pitch to Petrocelli. It's a tough. He'll fly out to center, and Al Oliver. Side retired. We go to the 6th inning. Top of the 6th, 3-0, 1970s National Leaguers. Oliver, Concepcion, and Rose versus Gibson. Gibson needs to put up a goose egg. Oliver 1 for 2. It's a tough for Bob Gibson. Ground ball, second base. Hank Aaron playing second. Flips to Ernie Banks, 1 down. Davey Concepcion. Gibson to Concepcion. There's a tough on the 8. And Concepcion gets a good roll. That's a single for Davey. 1 out, 1 on for Pete Rose. Rose 1 for 3. His 1 hit was a single. He's grounded out and struck out. The pitch to Pete is a tough. Ground ball to short. Double play opportunity. Is it a double play? Yes, it is. 6-4-3. So we're looking at Petrocelli starting it. And the side is retired. Bottom of the 6th, due up for the 1960s decade team, trailing 3-0. Robinson, Davis, top of the order, Clemente. Brooks Robinson. Hello, world's worst gamer. Hope all is well. So Brooks grounded out to second. And again, I love how it shows you what he does. It gives you an analysis to the top. It's really cool. Tommy John rolls a tough. Brooks Robinson doubles off the tough. Can the 1960s decade team finally score? Hello, Barbara. Hope all is well. Wow. So, Willie Davis. This is really cool with this game. The AI manager wants the bunt. Oh, Willie Davis, not a good bunt. He pops out to Perez. And holding at second is Brooks Robinson. 1 out for Clemente. Clemente is 0 for 2. Clemente puts it in play, and he singles. With that single, a run scores. It's now 3-1. One out, 1 on. Tying run comes to plate, and Lou Brock 0 for 2. A fly out and a strikeout. The pitch to Brock. It is an in-play. Brock doubles on the 4-0-4. We have second and third. Corners are moving in. So Brock at second. Clemente at third. 1 out. Tommy John, first time in trouble here. 3-1 1970s decade National Leaguers. But the 60s decade team looking to strike and strike hard. Here's Hammer and Hank Aaron playing second base today. Aaron is 0 for 1. He's walked and grounded to second. John in play. Hank Aaron, ground ball to short. That should get a run in. And it does. Concepcion throws to first. Run scores. Brock advances to third. And we have a 3-2 game just like that. We have a ball game, folks. Ernie Banks could tie it or give the lead to the 1960s. Banks is 0 for 2. He's grounded to first and banged into a 6-4-3 double play. John to Ernie Banks. It is an in play. Ernie Banks, ground ball to first. That's going to end the inning as Perez takes it to the bag himself to retire the side. But the 60s get 2. We have a 3-2 ball game in favor of the 1970s National Leaguers. Due up for the 70s National Leaguers, Winfield, Bench, and Kingman. Dave Winfield 1 for 2. He's grounded out to short, walked, and singled. Gibson still in there. Gibson to Winfield. That is a tough, and that is a strikeout on the 22. Again, you read blue, then red. If you were dyslexic, like I am, it would still be 22. 1 out. So Gibson's has retired Winfield. Gibson's recorded 6 Ks. So again, you get some really, that's pretty cool. We hover over Bob Gibson. 18 times it's been a tough, 6 times a patient, 2 times for ballpark, 2 times in play. I love the analytics of this, like how it shows. That's really cool. That is really cool stuff. 1 out for Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench is 2 for 3. Single, double, strikeout. Gibson with a tough. Johnny Bench singles. Johnny Bench has really done a great job there. So that's the 3rd hit for Johnny Bench. A 1-out single, Bench at first. Not really a threat to steal. Dave Kingman 0 for 3. Kong, ground out, fly out, strikeout. The pitch to Kong from Gibson. Tough. Strikes out again. He strikes out a lot. So that is strikeout number 7 for Gibson. Kong goes back to the dugout, cursing everyone in sight. 2 outs. Bench will be off on contact. Dave Parker 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. Gibson to Dave Parker, righty-lefty matchup. That's defense. Error check. Pitcher. Gibson's a 3. We go to the 3 here. Then it's a 52 on the flip card, and you can see that is an out. Gibson makes the play. The side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 3-2, 1970s National League decade team. 60s decade team have Torrey, Pinson, and Petrocelli. Joe Torrey 1 for 2. He's doubled and grounded to first. Tommy John to Joe Torrey. Tommy John rolls a tough. Joe Torrey sends a fly ball out to center. Al Oliver makes the grab. 1 out. The AI manager sends Frank Robinson to pinch hit for Vada Pinson. It is a significant value improvement. So let's check that out. Oh, you can see a green 80 for that wheelhouse, so I guess it is significant. Let's see if it pays off. John to Frank Robinson. In play. Frank Robinson, fly ball to center. But that's staying in the ballpark. Oliver makes the catch, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty for Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli's 0 for 2. He's grounded to short and flown to center. The pitch from Tommy John to Rico Petrocelli. In play for Petrocelli. Fly ball to center field. Can of corn. Oliver makes the catch. Side is retired. We go to the top of the 8th. 1970s National League decade team 3. The 1960s decade team 2. Manager's going to make a pitching change. Ron Paranowski replaces Bob Gibson. Pitcher is fatigued. So here comes Ron Paranowski. Paranowski, the lefty, to face Matlock, Perez, and Oliver. So let's see how this goes. Matlock's 0 for 3. He's glad to see Bob Gibson go. He has struck out and flown out twice. And Paranowski has a tough on a 4, 6, 9, and 10. Paranowski to Bill Matlock. Rolls a tough. And the 0-4 is a strikeout. 1 down. Matlock's gone. Paranowski trying to keep it a 1-run game here. Tony Perez 0 for 3. 3 flyouts. Here's the pitch from Paranowski to Perez. Patient. So Perez on the patient will walk against left-handed pitching 1 through 40. Slight chance of a double, triple, and single. So anything higher than a 57 goes to the out column. It is a 13, so that's a walk. Mr. Wrestling 2, how are you, my friend? He says, hey, Al in chat. Al, how long did it take to set up the custom teams? Not too long. And you're much smarter than I am, so you'll get it. The teams, I think you can make teams too, because they have free agents in this league file. It wasn't that hard. I had to try twice, only because you just take your time, and I can go through at the end if someone wants to see that, and I can show you if I setting up a league you're talking about, right? The teams that I'm using were already made, came with the game. So that's a walk. 1 out. Perez at first. And it looks like Joe Morgan's going to pinch run, and he's going to try to steal here. And Morgan is safe. So that's pretty cool. The AI is not bad, and you can adjust how you want the AI to manage. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's a huge insurance run for the 1970s. So Joe Morgan pinch ran. Let's look at the box score. I want to see what they did here. So Joe Morgan pinch ran for Tony Perez. This is a really fun game. There's a lot of good things here. I know, and there's a lot of videos out there. Go check them all out. I'm not an expert at anything I do. I just try to have fun. I also picked up the Play Horse Racing game, and I'm really enjoying that, but I doubt I'll stream that because I don't like my setup when it comes to card and dice stuff. But it's a fun game, and I'm learning it. So Al Oliver 1 for 3, 1 out. We have a runner at second, is the speedy Joe Morgan. Oliver's 1 hit was a single. He's grounded out twice. And against Gibson, he had all toughs. The pitch to AO Al Oliver from Ron Paranowski. Lefty-lefty matchup. Ballpark! Okay, so this is a ballpark. So we have to go here. So he gets a wheelhouse 1 through 23. It is not a wheelhouse. It's in play because it's a 38. And then you flip the card, which it does for 99. That's a fly out to right. So there's 2 down, but it's deep enough that the runner advances. So Morgan's at third. We're going to see a pinch hitter here. Willie Stargell will pinch hit for Davey Concepcion. So these AI managers aren't fooling around, that's for sure. So let's see Willie. That wheelhouse has an 84 on it. Lefty-lefty matchup, though. In play. All right. So we have an in play. Stargell will get a hit. 1 through 26. It is a 0-9. That is a single. And that's going to make it a 4-2 game. A clutch hit by Willie Stargell. Big insurance run there. 4-2, 1970s National Leaguers. The decade team. Here's Pete Rose with 2 outs. I don't think Stargell's a threat to steal. Rose 1 for 4. His one hit was a single in his second at-bat. He's grounded out, struck out, banged into a 4-6-3 double play. The pitch from Paranowski to Pete Rose, patient. So Rose, 1 through 47, great chance of walking here. And that is a 47. That's a walk. So 2 outs, 2 on. Advancing to second is Willie Stargell. Rose at first with the free pass. Dave Winfield 1 for 3. He's grounded to short, walked, singled, and struck out. Those at-bats were all against Bobby Gibson. Paranowski, lefty-righty matchup. Rolls a tough Dave Winfield. Fly ball to left. That's going to end the inning. Brock makes the catch. But the 1970s National League squad, decade squad, pick up a huge insurance run on the clutch single by Willie Stargell, pinch hitter. Bottom of the 8th. All right, let's see. AI manager, defensive substitution. Darrell Evans replaces Stargell at short. I don't think Darrell Evans was too good of a shortstop, that's for sure. As World's Worst Gamer says, Pops comes through. Yes, he does. And there's also a demo, a free demo of this game. You know? So that's really cool when they do that too. And you can play as many exhibition games as you want with the great teams that they provide. So we have a pitching change. Bruce Suter's coming in to replace Tommy John. That's good. This AI is pretty solid, and it's a balanced AI right now. Due up for the 1960s decade team, trailing by 2, Robinson, Davis, and Clemente. Brooks Robinson 1 for 2. Bruce Suter 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 toughs. Here's a pitch, righty-righty matchup. That's a 5. It's a tough. And that is a strikeout. You can see the 18, and you can see right there, right-handed pitcher against a tough. Brooks Robinson strikes out 1 through 23. 1 down. Suter will next face Willie Davis. Davis is 0 for 2. Huh. Only showing the 1 at bat. Usually it shows them all. Unless I'm missing something here. But he's 0 for 2. Interesting. Suter to Willie Davis. That's a tough. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Rose throws to Joe Morgan. So the AI has put Joe Morgan at first. And you can see that F. That can't be good. So what I would have done was move Morgan to second, Matlock to third, and Pete Rose to first. But this is the AI. That's a big question. And we have Darrell Evans. I mean, Evans you could have played at third too. But I would have I would have went Matlock to third, Morgan to second, and Rose to first. So the AI does some cool things and does some scratch your head things, but it makes for a fun game. Again, you don't have to play with the AI. You can manage both teams, but I just like to see how the AI works. So we have 2 outs for Roberto Clemente. He's 1 for 3. You see, on this one, it showed everything. He's got to get on to get the tying run to the plate. It's a wheelhouse for Clemente. Clemente against right-handed pitcher, homers 1 through 28. And it's only a single, but keeps the inning alive. Clemente is not going to steal, which you don't want right now. Yes, you can also adjust the managers. You are correct. World's Worst Gamer. I just find it funny sometimes. I was playing and the AI makes interesting decisions. The AI strategically pretty good. Substitution, I've noticed some weird things. So I guess he must have played first at some point, but I don't remember Joe Morgan ever playing first. Not that I've seen every game that Joe Morgan ever played. Lou Brock with 2 outs needs to do something here. That's a tough from Suter. And Brock will swing the stick, sends it out to right. Dave Winfield makes the catch. We go to the top of the 9th. The 1970s National Leaguers 4, the 1960s Decade Team 2. So Paranowski will face Bench, Kingman, and Parker. Johnny Bench 3 for 4. Johnny Bench has doubled, singled twice, and struck out. And he's knocked in 2 runs. Paranowski to the right-hand batting Johnny Bench. It's a patient, and Bench doubles off the patient. Bench with 4 hits. Another insurance run out there. Kingman will swing the stick. It is a tough, and against lefties, he strikes out 1 through 54, and it's another strikeout for Kong. 1 out runner at second. Bench is at second. So what's the 7? The B is stealing, I think. The 7... No, maybe the 3's stealing. Oh, Gene... Oh, they put a pinch runner in. Gene Locklear's pinch running for Johnny Bench. Mr. Wrestling 2 says, the AI manager probably great at first decisions, but not looking into the repercussions of the moves like me in chess. I think your observation is correct. I don't know how you play chess, though. So we have a pinch runner. Again, that's interesting. Here's Dave Parker, the pitch to Parker. Tough, lefty-lefty. Fly ball to center. Robinson makes the catch. Is it deep enough? No. So, Gene Locklear, stays at second. 2 outs. Here's Bill Matlock. The pitch to Matlock. Tough from Paranowski. Ground ball to short. Petrocelli gobbles it up. Throws to Banks. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The 1970s National League Decade Team 4, the 1960 Decade Team 2. Bruce Sutter looks to close it off against Hank Aaron, Ernie Banks, and Joe Torre. Hank Aaron's 0 for 2. He has grounded out twice and walked. Those at-bats were all against Tommy John. Sutter to Hank Aaron. Tough. Fly ball to center. Oliver makes the catch on the track, 1 out. Ernie Banks 0 for 3. Sutter to Banks, righty-righty match, a ballpark. Oh, Ernie's got a ballpark. So, Ernie needs to roll 1 through 26. Nope, it's a 44. Excuse me, it's in play. We now look at when they flip the cards in 86, and you can see that's a ground ball to short. Darrell Evans, you hold your breath, throws to Joe Morgan at first. 2 away. All comes down to Joe Torre. Torre 1 for 3, doubled in his first at-bat. Since then, he's grounded to first and flown to center. Can Joe Torre keep it alive? It's a tough. It's a fly ball to left. Waiting for it is Parker. He makes the catch. Ball game is over. And we have a 4-2 win for the 1970s Decade National Leaguers over the 1960s Major Leaguers Decade Team. Your player of the game, Johnny Bench, 4 for 5 with 2 ribbies. And you can see John the win, Gibson the loss, Suter the save. Let's go to the box score. Box score, again, very standard. You got play results. This is cool. Then you got trends. So Bob Gibson pretty much threw a lot of toughs. And then you had patience, in plays, wheelhouse, defense. This is for the 60s decade team. Paranowski, again, mostly toughs. And then look at the overall. Majority of the pitching was toughs. How do we see the... Oh, we click here. 70s. So Tommy John. So you can see the 70s pitching staff, National Leaguers, they threw 71% toughs. So the stats are really fun with this game. All right, so let's close out. Again, you can go back to the normal box score, but that's just that. And you can hover. Okay, so this is cool too. Very cool. And again, these are just my opinions. I'm not telling you to go buy any game. I'm just giving you what I like. I like that you can hover on this and you can see every at-bat against which pitcher, what the pitch zone was, the role, and the result. That is very cool. Now, let's look at... It was Willie Davis, I think. Well, this time he did it. I still think they missed an at-bat for some reason. 3 at-bats. Okay. 3 at-bats. And he had no walks. So there is an at-bat missing. There is an at-bat missing. Again, 3 at-bats, but they're only showing results for 2. So that's a little glitch. Hopefully they fix that. Let's close out of that and end the game. So, Mr. Wrestling 2, you want to set up a league. We will use the... Okay, how do we go back? Okay, we're going to click. Okay, so first thing you have to do is set up your own custom league. Now, the 2025 season, obviously, is already set up. I guess you click replay. Okay, that's a bit different. So you would click replay, and that gets the same game. Replay this complete game. So that's the way they do that. Let's go to the next day. Yeah, so you click on it to replay. So you don't even have, if there's a game you don't want to replay, you don't have to replay it. You can keep the result. That's interesting. All right, so that 2025 season comes with it. This is the demo set now. Now, to create a project, you go here. And it says create a new project. So what we did was, again, this is already set up. So this is a season. And I guess you could still use these teams to make a project too. But let's just use this project here. So we can go create a project. And this comes with a demo. And again, in the demo, you can only play exhibition games. But if you don't want to buy the game and just keep playing it, they give you 33 New York Giants, 69 Mets, 84 Tigers, 2024 Dodgers, 1948 Cleveland Indians, 1975 Cincinnati Reds, 1987 Minnesota Twins, and you get the 81 Yankees. Then you get the 50s legends and the 1990s legends. So like 2 all-star type teams, decade teams. We probably will not use the decade teams, but let's make it. Let's create something. So let's click here. First thing you have to do is enter a project name. We'll say Great teams. I want the designated hitter. Now, choose card sets to include players and teams from. Okay. So, let's take... We're going to use the Game Pulse. And you know what? Let's use 2025 and Game Pulse Demo. Okay. Now, scroll down. So we have all these teams. And you have to include them. Okay. But I want to make sure... I guess you could do a draft league, too. I don't want to do that. All right, let's take the Yankees, Toronto, Yankees, Toronto, Boston, Dodgers. Take that. Trying to think of the playoff teams. I went blank. Cincinnati made the playoffs last year, right? Cincinnati. Cleveland. Right? Cleveland made the playoffs last year, right? The Guardians. I think. Seattle made the playoffs, right? All right, I can't remember who made the playoffs last year. I think Milwaukee made the playoffs, right? You know what? Let's just go here. And let's go to Major League Baseball. And let's look. Bring this over here. All right. 2025. I grabbed the wrong LA team. What'd I do? The American League? Oh, I did. We don't want them. We want these guys. Dodgers. Thank you, Mr. Wrestling 2. All right, let's go back to here. Okay. Let's go postseason. Cubs, San Diego. All right, we got Cubs in San Diego. Chicago Cubbies. Chicago Cubs. There. San Diego. San Diego. Where are you, San Diego? There you are. Okay. Got them. Let's go back up here. Dodgers and Reds we got. Yankees, Red Sox, Detroit. Did we get Detroit? I think we did get Detroit. Did we get... No, I know we got Cleveland. There's Detroit. Okay. I think we got... Oh, shoot. That's not good. There we go. Milwaukee, Seattle, Toronto. I think we got everybody now. I think we got everybody. Let's do this here. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that right? 10. Let's go back to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, Philadelphia. 9. Philadelphia. Okay. Let's do American League. Toronto, Yankees, Red Sox, Cleveland, Detroit, Seattle. We got all those teams. Philadelphia, Milwaukee, Chicago, Cincinnati. We got those teams. Dodgers and Padres. We got everybody. We got everybody. Okay. Let's bring that down. Okay. We're going to take all these teams. 2024. We'll use the 2024 Dodgers. Not going to use the Legends. 81 Yankees we're going to use. Here. 87 Minnesota, Cincinnati, Mets. Oh, I didn't. Did I not? Milwaukee. I forgot to click on them. Okay. So. 2025 New York. No Legends. I think, okay, so those are the teams we're going to use. Milwaukee, Chicago. Okay. All right. Again, it's whatever teams you want to pick. So let's bring this back up. Let's close that out. Okay. So these are the teams. We're going to use ballpark cards from the set. How many teams we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 teams. All right, we got 20 teams. That's cool. All right, yes, we're going to do that. I'm not doing draft mode. I have the DH selected. I did do that, right? Yep. Okay. So now we're going to go next. I think we just go next here. And we're just going to say great teams. Okay. You have to click the add button. I don't want any divisions. Click next. And now we're going to select our teams. Which is this is kind of... Okay, so I already have a league set up. So do great teams... Great teams. Great teams. This is kind of redundant. I don't know why we do this, but... So basically, you just go down and click on... You're going to put them in the Great Teams League. Even though I selected them all. So you got to select them here again. I guess those are the teams you can choose from, and then you just have to say, yes, I want them in the league. I don't know if you can do a tournament, which they should add because that would be cool. And I don't know if you can do playoffs, which, again, if they don't have, they should add. And if they can do tournaments, please someone tell me. All right, so now once we've checked off, yes, these are the teams we want in, I just double check. They're all going to be in the Great Teams League. You click Create Project. And now it's thinking. It's creating the project. Wait for it. Wait for it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There we go. Created on G. Now, the next thing you have to do is create a schedule. Games. Open schedule builder. And so we have 20 teams. Games per team. Games per team. The target number of games each team should play in a season. The auto generator will try to schedule this many games for each team. Example, 162 for a full MLB schedule, 10-30 for a shorter season. Okay. It is pretty slick. So, I have 20 teams. I like everyone. I mean, you could do it like almost soccer style. I want everyone number of series 1. I want 2 series. And I don't want the same location. And you could do days or day numbers or calendar dates. I just do day numbers. It's up to you. So if you played everyone twice or once, home and away, $19 games, home and away. That's at 38, right? We'll find out. Let's see if it's going to be happy or not. It looks happy. Two series, 38 games. And you can click auto generate. So we're going to click auto generate. And I want a home and away. Let's see. So 2025 Milwaukee and the 2025 Red Sox. Let's see what we do here. Yeah, it is home and away. Beautiful. It worked out. I think I did it right. And we have, so then you can see all the games. And on day 46, yeah, worked out. All right, so I'm happy with that schedule. A little like a soccer schedule, you know what I'm saying? Where you just play a home and away against each team. Then you finalize the schedule. Hit OK. And hit OK again. And there it is. So we've created decade teams and great teams. So this is our great teams. And that's going to be kind of fun to play. So what's the most interesting matchup here? The most interesting matchup to me well, you got the Red Sox here. So let's do let's click play game. Let's click play game. And I will manage the Red Sox though. Okay, so the Red Sox, no, definitely not Walker Buehler. He sucked. Red Sox, by the way, fired everybody on their coaching staff. Thank God. Now we need to send some players down to the minors, including Roman Anthony. I don't give a shit if he's hurt. They're all playing like dopes. All right, so I do not want Chad Patrick. Let's look at him. Why would you pick Chad Patrick? I don't get it. All right, let's edit that. And starting pitchers. Freddie Peralta. (17-6). Let's just cancel that. Let's just go back again. I just want to see what again. That's peculiar to me. He was 3-8. Chad Patrick. I don't know if I'd go at Chad Patrick. I think let's just click here. Oh, we can't do that. Let's click. I'm gonna go with their. What's Tyler Alexander? 3-5. How the ratings are kind of confusing to me. 91. He has a 6.19 ERA. I don't know. I see again. Some of these numerical ratings are confusing to me. This makes no sense. The guy had a 6.19. Again, this looks like an ERA to me, and he was 3-5. He only started 4 games. I know they do the start. Well, he's a starting pitcher and a reliever. All right, so let's cancel out of this. He did start 23 games. I wonder if that's the reason why they chose him. 23 games. I'm just curious at the decision. Freddie Peralta started third. We're going to go with Freddie Peralta. Let's accept that. So, oh, it didn't change it. It's supposed to change. Edit. Oh, you got to drag it. I'm sorry. You got to drag him over. I forgot. So we're going to go Freddie Peralta. I mean, it's game 1. You drag him over. I forgot. This is the way you do it. Drag him over. Freddie Peralta. Then accept. Now, we're definitely... Walker Buehler sucked. Edit. We're not doing Walter Buehler. We're going to do Garrett Crochet from last year. Okay. Accept. And so Peralta throws righty. So let's... Human Manager. Let's do righty with a DH. Generate. No. Bad lineup. Bad. Very bad. Again, I don't know about Milwaukee too much, so let's do left-handed. With DH, generate. That's the AI doing that. We'll keep it at that. Let's see, 89, 82, and 93. 21 homers, 270. Caleb Durbin, who now pitches for the Red Sox. Plays for the Red Sox and is god-awful. Yelich. 18. I would think. All right, let's edit this lineup. That's a horrible lineup. All right. I would think 21 homers. Yeah. Again, I'm just looking through here real quick. Again, you could go to any baseball, like Baseball Reference, and see what their lineup is. 29 homers. 18 homers. Semi-reasonable lineup? Okay. We will keep that. Mr. Wrestling 2 says it's semi-reasonable. We'll accept their pitching was not reasonable. All right. All right, now let's go to my beloved Red Sox. The AI is going to control the Brewers. Let's go to edit. I like Duran here. Like Rafaela here. Why is he DHing? Why is Christian Campbell in center? No, bad. Center field. Let's do left fielders. I want Roman Anthony. As the DH. Okay. Left field. Abreu and right. Why is there a red mark here? That makes no sense. Oh, that's Rafi Devers. Oh, my God. My faux pas. My faux pas. I thought that's Rafael Devers. Sedan. There it is. Okay. I want... Oh, you know what I could do? You know what I could do? I don't want him in. I don't want him in. I could actually. All right, DH. Wait, I know what I can do. That's okay. I can DH. We're gonna play him at second. We're gonna go with a more offensive lineup. Okay. So I'm gonna put Duran in center. It's not my best defensive lineup. Okay. I'm gonna put Roman Anthony in left. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. 266. Romy Gonzalez. Romy Gonzalez at first. All right. Okay. I kind of like that. So let's switch this around now. All positions. I'm gonna go Duran. I don't like Anthony batting first. I never did. Duran, Sedan, Rafaela. Batting third. So that's lefty, righty. I'll have Anthony third. Story. .247. Devers. Do I want to put a lefty there? No, we'll go Narvaez, Abreu. I'm going to bat Bregman down here. That's what I'm going to go with. As World's Worst Gamer says, I wish the card showed base stats instead of on-base percentage. Well, you can put the lineups the way you want. So this is the lineup I'm going with. I don't like Roman Anthony hitting first. Never did. Don't give a shit about him getting on base. This is last year. No one gets on base for the Reds. Even though they scored 17 runs today. All right, so this is the lineup I'm going with. I am managing. Again, why they picked Walker Buehler's beyond me. But I'm going with Garrett Crochet. I'm managing. And let's hit play ball. So we'll play another game. But before that, what did it say? Switch Brewers back to Peralta. Why, did it change it? Or did I not change it? Let's go game options. Cancel game. Oh, no. Okay. Go back. Resume game. Let's go box score really quick. I want to see who... Okay, I clicked on the wrong guy, I guess. But, you know what? 3.32. He's a righty. All right, well. It changed it when I generated the starting lineup. Gotcha. And I didn't go back and switch it. Gotcha. All right, but it's not that bad. All right, I'm going to be right back. Stay with me. I got to go grab my Gatorade that I left upstairs. Alrighty. Got my Gatorade that I left upstairs. Alright. Let's continue on. One more. Alright, now it's too hot. Got the little heater down here. Shut that off. Okay. So. It's going to be Yelich, Frelick, and Terang. So Garrett Crochet, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 12. Tufts. Christian Yelich. It's a lefty-lefty matchup. Wheelhouse. Oh, boy, that's not good. All right, so lucky it's lefty-lefty. To get an out, you need a roll higher than 77. So 47, he singles. Not a good start for Garrett Crochet. That brings up Sal Frelick. Let's see if we can turn 2 here. Crochet rolls a tough. And it's a line shot to the shortstop, Trevor Story. 1 down. Well, this game comes with Mr. Wrestling 2 2025. The demo teams and the decade teams. So you can wait, because I didn't buy a season yet. I'm like, let me play this out, because the seasons are going to go about $20. Right now they're $17 and change. They're going to be $19 and change. You can go to Steam. I don't know if you can buy it anywhere else. I bought it on Steam because I have a Steam account. So here's Bryce Terang, 1 out. Yelich at first. Crochet to Terang. Tough. Lefty-lefty matchup. So he's going to, 1 through 47, he strikes out. Instead, he makes contact, ground ball to short. It's going to be a fielder's choice. Story to Cedadine Rafaela, 2 outs. Runner at first, Bryce Turang. So, World's Worst Gamer says, I did not get it on Steam because they did not let you pick the seasons. I would already have it if not for that. World's Worst Gamer says, if you buy it through the website, which is Sideline Strategies, right? You get to pick the seasons. I like what Al has too. All right, we have 2 outs and William Contreras at the plate. Let's see if we can get a tough on him. That's a tough. He's a right-handed batter. He strikes out 1 through 41. He singles off the tough. I'm sorry, so it's against a left-handed pitcher. So he singles off the tough. So first and second, 2 outs, 2 on. Caleb Durbin. I'm pretty sure he plays for the Red Sox now. If I'm thinking of the right player, I'm pretty sure I am. He stinks. Let's see what Crochet to Durbin, lefty-righty matchup. Tough, left-handed pitcher. He doesn't strike out too much. And he singles. That's going to score a run. Is it? No! They put the brakes on everybody. Base is loaded, 2 outs, so Crochet in a bit of a pickle here. Jackson. Churio coming up. 21 homers, 270 batting average, slugging 463. Navarez has a quick word with Crochet. Now the pitch from Garrett Crochet. He rolls a tough. Churio strikes out 1 through 48. And there's a strikeout. All right. Needed that. They leave him loaded. Love it. Red Sox, Duran, Rafaela, and Anthony. Jaron Duran to face Quinn Priester. Let's look at that. All right, here's the pitch. That's a tough. So Quinn Priester, toughs on 5, 6, 7. He rolls a 5. Right-handed pitcher on the tough. That's 1 through 51's a strikeout. And instead it's a ground ball to second. Turang to first, 1 out. Duran is retired. Cedadine Rafaela. Ballpark. Okay. Wheelhouse 1 through 40. It is a 5, and then we have a 49 for the wheelhouse, so that's a single. Okay. I forgot to unclick. I thought I can do the manual steals, though. Can I do steals? Oh, I can. Okay, right here. 3% confidence. Well, we're not going to do that then. Oh, no, that's for the other team. What's our stealing? We got a 4. Is this the steal rating? We got a 4, 4, and a B. Well, red's bad. I know red's bad, so we're not going to do that. Roman Anthony's up. Come on, Roman. It's a tough right-handed pitching. He strikes out 1 through 50. And that is a strikeout. So they're 2 down. Raphael is at first. Trevor Story's up. We have a patient. Let's see what we get here. Swings at a bad pitch, in my opinion. Ground ball to second. Terang makes the play. Side retired. We go to the second. For Milwaukee, Collins, Hoskins, and Ortiz to face Garrett Crochet. Crochet. Defense. Oh boy, Red Sox are not a good defensive team. And it is a hit, so it's a range to second. So Sedinine, his range is a C. And we rolled a 0-4. And that's a hit. Leadoff single. What you don't have to worry about is these guys bunting. Here's the pitch to Hoskins. Patient. Ground ball to short. Now, I want to see. So that's a ground out. So if we look here, I don't know. To me, so infield pitcher, ground out. To me, it's a fielder's choice, I think. I don't know. Because sometimes I see this, I'm not right. Let's see if it's a fielder's choice. It is a fielder's choice. I was right there. All right, so there's two down. Is there two down? One down, excuse me. Hoskins at first. Joey Ortiz. Crochet to Ortiz. Tough. He strikes out 1 through 30 against lefties. And that's a strikeout. So Crochet gets his second. 2 outs. Means most likely the runner at first, Hoskins, will take the extra base. Top of the order, Christian Yelich. And Yelich singled his first time up. Tough. Strikes out 1 through 59. He singles! Oh my God, he's 2 for 2. Crochet not fooling him. First and third. Hoskins takes third. 2 outs, runners on the corners. Milwaukee threatens once again. Sal Frelick, 0 for 1, lined out to Story at short. Crochet has the sign. Crochet rolls a tough. That's a fly ball out to center. Duran makes the catch. Once again, Milwaukee strands him. We go to the bottom of the second. Devers, Narvaez, Abreu for the Boston Red Sox. Rafael Devers. Quinn Priester. Priester with a patient. And he's a righty. So there's a good chance for a walk here. 1 through 78. Nope, we roll a 95. Fly ball out to right. Collins makes the catch. Devers a bit overexcited there. 1 down. Here's the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. The pitch to Narvaez, righty-righty matchup. There's a tough on the 7. So he strikes out 1 through 59. And there's a strikeout. 2 down. Base is empty for Wilyer Abreu. Abreu had 22 homers, Had a stint on the DL for the Red Sox. Let's see if he can get the wheelhouse here. Tough. And a strikeout on the 26. We go to the top of the third. No score here in Boston. Terang, Contreras, and Durbin coming up. Crochet has been in a pickle the first 2 innings, but it's pitched out of it. Bryce Terang 0 for 1. Reached on the fielder's choice. The pitch to Terang. Lefty-lefty matchup. Patient. He swings at a high pitch. Sends it out to right. Wilyer Abreu makes the catch. 1 out. William Contreras is 1 for 1. Singled off a tough with a roll of a 46 in his first at-bat. I really do like that. Patient. He walks on the 23. 1 out, 1 on. Crochet is definitely allowing base runners. Little sip of Gatorade. How's everyone doing out there? Hope all is well. Here's Caleb Durbin, singled off of a tough. First at bat. And we get an in play. So, in play, he only gets a hit 1 through 20. 66. Ground ball to second. I believe that's a fielder's choice. Yep, fielder's choice. Okay. 2 outs. Durbin takes first. Okay, so I'm getting the hang of that. Here's Jackson Chourio. He's 0 for 1, struck out. 2 outs, runner at first. That's a tough. Chourio against left-handed pitching, strikes out 1 through 48. And that's a strikeout. So Crochet picks up another K. We go to the bottom of the third. Bregman, Gonzalez, Duran up for the 2025 Red Sox. Sports Time Machine has joined us. He says, World's Worst Gamer, if you buy on the website, you can choose what particular package you want. And World's Worst Gamer says, thank you to Sports Time Machine. So here's Alex Bregman, followed by Gonzalez in the top of the order, Duran. Priester, righty-righty matchup. Patient. Ground ball to short. Ortiz to Frelick, 1 down. Here's Romy Gonzalez. Let's just see. Got some orange. That's like, Red, bad. Let's see what Romy can do here. Priester in play. So you have in play. He only gets a hit 1 through 21. And he gets a beautiful roll. 14, there's a single. So Romy Gonzalez at first with 1 out. Duran, 0 for 1. Why not? Let's try to steal 27. That's the AI. Let's see. He steals second base. All right, so Romy Gonzalez steals second base. All right. He's in scoring position with 1 out. Now the pitch to Jarren Duran, tough. And that's a strikeout. 37. So 2 outs. Gonzalez should score on a hit. It's up to Ceddanine Rafaela. Rafaela singled his... Why is it now? There we go. Singled in his first at-bat. Priester to Rafaela, patient. He walks. He doesn't walk too much, but there we go. So we have first and second, 2 outs, 2 on. Roman Anthony struck out his first time up. Come on, Roman. In play. Roman Anthony gets a hit 1 through 31 against right-handed pitching. Come on, Roman. Instead, he grounds out to short. Ortiz to first. Red Sox leave 2 on. Side retired. We go to the top of the 4th. Due up for the Brewers. Collins, Hoskins, Ortiz against Garrett Crochet. Collins singled his first time up on a defense check. See, this is really cool. I like this. It's really telling you what happens. It's really fun. I like that. I like it. They did a good job with this. Again, just my opinion. Here's Collins to lead off things here in the 4th. That's a tough from Crochet. Fly ball out to right. Abreu makes the catch, 1 down. Hoskins 0 for 1. reached on a fielder's choice. The pitch in this lefty-righty matchup, Crochet to Hoskins. We have a tough. He strikes out 1 through 57. Booyah! Strikeout. Crochet struck out 4. 2 down, bases empty for Joey Ortiz. He was a strikeout victim of Crochet. Wheelhouse. Oh, no. Wheelhouse. So, against lefties, home run 1 through 14. He gets a hit 1 through 79. And that's a 45 single. So a 2-out single for Joey Ortiz. Christian Yelich has singled twice. This is a lefty-lefty matchup. Crochet has not fooled Christian Yelich. Can Yelich get him again? We got a tough. And there he gets him. There's a strikeout, side retired. That's strikeout number 5 for Garrett Crochet. We go to the bottom of the 4th. No score here in Boston. For the Red Sox, Story, Devers, and Narvaez. Trevor Story's 0 for 1. Grounded to second off of a patient. Priester to Story, righty. In play. Single. Beautiful. So we have a single here. That brings up Rafael Devers. Devers to swing the stick. In play. Ground ball. G1. So I believe it's a fielder's choice. They'll get the lead runner. Yes. All right. Getting the hang of this. Devers takes over at first as Story's retired on the fielder's choice. 1 out, 1 on for Narvaez. He struck out his first time up against Quinn Priester. We're looking at a ballpark. Priester's a... Okay, so ballpark has nothing... Okay, so ballpark, we're looking at the right-handed batter. We want a 1 through 40 for a wheelhouse. It's a 41. We just missed. Then you go to the percentile die. The fast action card. It's a 37, so that's a ground ball to first. That's an out, and that I believe that's a double play. Let's see if I'm right. Yes, 1-4-3 double play, inning over. You can see it here, and you can see it here too. All right, I'm getting the hang of this, which is actually helping me because I have the board game. You know, I have the board game, but I always got messed up with runners advancement and stuff like that. Excuse me. Okay. Top of the 5th inning, no score. Due up for the Brewers. Frelick, Terang, Contreras. Frelick's 0 for 2. He's had tough twice. He's lined out, flown out. Crochet rolls a patient. Let's see what happens here. Oh, bad roll. 84. Ground ball to second. Rafaela to Gonzalez, 1 out. Bryce Terang, 0 for 2. Fielder's choice, fly out to right. Crochet, lefty-lefty matchup. We have a tough. Strikes out 1 through 47. He does make contact, lifts it to center. Duran is there, makes the catch. 2 down. Brings up William Contreras. He has walked and singled. The pitch to Contreras. Crochet rolls a tough. He strikes out 1 through 38. Here's a 13. Strikeout, side retired. That's strikeout number 6 for Garrett Crochet. On the swing and the miss, we go to the bottom of the 5th. No score here in Boston. Abreu, Bregman, Gonzalez. Bottom 3rd of this Red Sox order to face Quinn Priester. 4 innings, 3 hits, 4 Ks, 1 walk, no runs. Wilyer Abreu 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Priester to the left-hand batting right fielder of the Boston Red Sox, Wilyer Abreu. It is a tough on the 7 roll, and that's a fly ball to center. Jackson Chourio makes the catch, 1 down. Alex Bregman 0 for 1. Grounded out on a patient. The pitch to Bregman. Priester with a tough. Bregman strikes out 1 through 31. It is an 88. Ground ball to short. Gobbled up by Ortiz. He fires to first. 2 away. Yes, our good friend Sports Time Machine 2102. Check out and subscribe to that channel. Check out and subscribe to Mr. Wrestling 2's channel, please. He says, Durbin and Contreras both play for Boston. Durbin stinks. Contreras, not so bad. I would rather have had Pete Alonso. Though I don't really know what he's doing with Baltimore. Because I haven't watched the last few Red Sox games. It's pretty tough. But I'm glad they fired everyone. Believe me. They had to send a statement. Can't have that crap. GM should be gone next. Or the guy acting like the GM. They don't call him the GM. President of baseball, whatever the fudge. You can't have that. They don't play well. If they were playing to their best of their ability and losing, okay. They're a horrible fielding team. The pitching stinks. The hitting stinks. No desire on that team. 2 outs, base is empty for Romy Gonzalez. The pitch to Romy. Ballpark. So Romy is a right-handed batter. We look at right-handed batter to get to the wheelhouse 1 through 40. He doesn't. He gets an in play, but he gets the 18. So you see the 67, right? Between 41 and 99, that's in play. You flip the card. It flips it for you. The percent dice is an 18, and that's a single. So Romy's 2 for 2. 2 outs. And you know what? Let's have him steal. Oh, he's out. Damn. This time he gets caught stealing, and the side is retired. Well, we went to the well too often, I guess. So what happened there? Romy Gonzalez, first base single. Not good. So they give you what happens here. I tried it again, didn't work. Top of 6th, no score here in Fenway. Due up for the Brewers, we have Durbin, Churio, Collins. Caleb Durbin 1 for 2, single, fielder's choice. Crochet to the righty, Caleb Durbin, tough. Durbin strikes out 1 through 11. Instead, ground ball to second. He pulls it to the right side, punches it to the right side. Ceddanine Raphael makes the play, 1 down. Yes, I chose to use the fast action cards. You can change that to charts, I believe. But I like the fast action cards because it's helping me learn the game. I do have the board game, and I kind of want to play the board game. But there's certain things that confuse me. And again, that's just me. That's just me. Resume game. Jackson Chirino 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Crochet struck out 6. Crochet. Oh, God, defense. Okay, now let's see if we can figure this one out. It's a pop-out. Okay, so third baseman, 4. We rolled a 68. That's an out. And pop out. Okay, I guess that's the way that goes. Again, the computer does the heavy lifting, so if you get the gist of it, at least you're like, okay, that's the flow of it. You know what I'm saying? Again, just me. Two outs, base is empty after Churio pops out to Bregman. Isaac Collins 1 for 2. He's singled and flown to right. Lefty righty matchup because he's a switch hitter. The pitch. We have a tough. Strikes out against lefties 1 through 44. And there's a 42. That's a strikeout. Number 7 for Garrett Crochet. Scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 6th for the Red Sox, top of their order, Duran, Rafaela, and Anthony. A combined 1-for-5. Jared Duran is 0 for 2. I don't think you can bunt for a hit. Priester to Jared Duran. Patient. Walks 1-42. And instead, we get a crap roll of a 69. That's going to be a fly out to center. Chiriot makes the catch from one center fielder to the other. 1 out. Cedinine Rafaela has walked and singled. Can he get on base again? Tough. He needs a 45 through 57 to get on base. It is a 73. That's a fly ball to center. Jackson Chiriot once again makes a play. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Roman Anthony 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Priester to Anthony in play. Anthony gets a hit 1-31. It's a 65 fly ball to left. Yelich makes the catch. The side is retired. We go to the top of the 7th. No score here in Fenway. Due up for Milwaukee, Hoskins, Ortiz, then the top of the order, Christian Yelich. Here's Hoskins, 0 for 2. Fielder's choice strikeout. Crochet with 7 Ks. So again, if you look at us, this is kind of neat. You can look at 64% has been tough. I really like the pitcher-batter interaction for payoff pitch. And I love my good pitching. I really do like that. And I like how it gives you the breakdown. It's kind of neat. I just think it's pretty cool. All right, here we go. The pitch to Hoskins, the DH. Tough. Strikes out against left-handed pitching, 1-57. And there's a 49. That's a strikeout number 8 for Garrett Crochet. We have a pinch hitter, Andrew Vaughn, to pinch hit for Joey Ortiz. Interesting. Let's find out. Let's see what happens here. Tough. He only strikes out 1-20. And it's a 20, excuse me, and there's another strikeout. Strikeout number 9, so take that, pinch hitter. 2 outs. AI manager sends Andrew Montestero to pinch hit for, oh my lord. Well, they're saying it's an improvement. Let's check it out. So you can see here why they did that. I don't know if I pinch hit for Christian Yelich. Christian, and again, he had a really good game. He was 2 for 3. But the AI manager is going. I think this guy plays for the Red Sox now, too. All right, let's see what happens here. Can we strike out the side? Patient. No strikeout there. Well, God damn it, he was right. 56. There's a single. A 2-out single. So he was right. So I knocked the AI manager a little bit there. Here's Sal Frelick. He's 0 for 3. You can see the results there. Garrett Crochet to Frelick. Lefty-lefty. Tough. Strikes out 1-29. And he singles off a tough pitch. I'm assuming with 2 outs, we're looking at first and third. Yes, we are. Oh, boy. I'm going to stick with the lefty-lefty matchup here. So if I wanted to change, I believe I click here, and I would make the change. Cancel. I'm sticking with Garrett Crochet. It's a tough. And it's a fly out to center. Side retired as Duran squeezes it. Milwaukee leaves him on the corners. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Story, Devers, Narvaez. Milwaukee AI manager, defensive substitution, Vinny Capra to short. Another change for Milwaukee. Abner Uribe comes in to pitch as Quinn Priester approaching his stamina limit. So no decision for Quinn Priester. Abner Uribe, 3-2, 1.67 ERA, 7 saves. For the Red Sox, Story, Devers, Narvaez. Trevor Story, the shortstop, has grounded to second and singled. We have a righty-righty matchup here. The pitch. So, Uribe has toughs on 2, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We rolled a 7. That is a tough. And this is a right-handed pitcher. And most likely, that is a strikeout. Does make contact. Grounds out to short. 1 down. I wanted more offense in my lineup, so I have him at second for Cetadine. I did the Red Sox lineup. The AI did the Milwaukee lineup. 1 out for Rafael Devers. Devers is 0 for 2. Okay, let's just look here. The pitch to Devers. Patient. He's got a good chance of getting on base here. 1 through 85. And he walks. We'll take that. I don't think he's a 7. What's the middle number? So we have a 7, a 0, which is red. So that's bad. I assume that's stealing. Or getting a jump. And D's bad. I would assume D is bad. So a 7 base running ability. Let's go here. Can we click on? Let's just take a look. Let's go to box score. Devers. Yeah, his run ability is a 7. Steal ability is a D. What's the 0? 0. All right, so the running ability is a 7, and the letter is the steal. Okay. That's what I just want to make sure. Close that out. So we have 1 out, 1 on. His running ability is a 7. That's yellow. It's not bad. Narvaez is up. We have a righty-righty matchup here. Tough for Narvaez. That's a strikeout. He strikes out 1 through 59. We roll a 53. We have 2 outs. He'll be off on contact. Wilyer Abreu's up. Come on, Wilyer. He's 0 for 2 with a K. We've got a ballpark. Okay. We got a ballpark. 1 through 33's wheelhouse. It goes to in play because it's 46. We get a 35. Oh, yeah. Double 5. I don't get that. Okay, wait a second. Percentile dies of 35. Am I missing something here? I mean, I'll take the double. It's going to score a run. So, 11's a ballpark. We rolled a 46. It goes to in play. Okay? Right? Right? And then, unless they didn't, maybe it didn't flip the card. I don't know. Is this the I don't know. 3. Is that the roll, maybe? But that's the percentile die. Is this not the percentile die here? Right? 35? That's confusing to me. It's been following this. Again, maybe it's me. Probably is me. We got a double. Again, the computer does the lifting. Will Devers score? Yes! 1-0 Red Sox. Okay. I don't know. That was a little confusing to me. So a clutch hit by Willie Abreu with 2 outs. 1-0 Red Sox. Here's Alex Bregman 0 for 2. Tough. And a fly out. I don't know, World's Worst Gamer. I don't know where they got the 5. I was trying to figure that out. Maybe this didn't flip. Because, see, this doesn't change unless you need it to change. I don't know where they got the 5. Before, everything's been following this. So I don't know if that's a glitch. I don't know. See, I don't know. All the other ones, as we were going through it, followed the percentile die. Again, it won't switch until you need it. So I got a 5. Maybe it's something, you know what I'm saying, in the background that I don't know about. So that ends the inning with the fly out to left, and Andrew Monasterio. Okay. But the Red Sox get 1 on the clutch hit by Willie Abreu. We go to the 8th. And let's see what the AI manager is going to do here. Sends Anthony Siegler to pinch hit for William Contreras. Significant value improvement. Okay. Do I want to go to... We're going to let Crochet pitch lefty-lefty here. Let's just see. Yeah, we're going to go lefty-lefty. This could be the last batter. Tough. Son of a gun. Pinch hitter with another hit. Single. Wow. Siegler's going to try to steal second. And he does. Oh, boy. They got the tying run in scoring position. That brings up Caleb Durbin. And I think we're going to make the switch now. Let's just look at relievers. Here comes Whitlock. I should have probably started him in that inning, but here we go. So Garrett Whitlock comes in. Got a runner at second. Bunting is a C. You can only play the corners in with a guy on third, which, again, that's the way the game's played, because normally I would play the... I mean, I doubt he's bunting. Let's see. Here we go. Nope. Whitlock, tough. Ground ball to short. I don't think that should advance the runner. Would have been a double play if there's a guy on first. It does advance the runner. Okay. So the speed advances him. 1 out. Story makes a play to first. Chirio's up. Let's bring... One through 44. Let's bring the infield in. Here's the pitch. Tough. And he doubles off the tough. It doesn't matter. And there we have a tie ball game. So Garrett Whitlock blows the save. Crochet, no decision. A one-out double by Jackson Chirino ties it here. And Red Sox fans are not happy. Isaac Collins, Whitlock, tough. And he singles. Unbelievable. Oh, my God. And the Brewers take a 2-1 lead. Dunn's going to try to steal second. And he does. Oh, my Lord. Hoskins is up. Come on, we need a strikeout here. Defense, this isn't good. And there's the error. So there's Trevor Stories. He's a 3. Now that's a 0-2. It's an error. And you can see here 1 base for an infielder or pitcher. So we have first and third. We're going to play for 2. Vinny Capra. Ballpark. He's a righty. So fly out to center. Okay, let's follow this now. 39. Wheelhouse. Covers this up. I'm going to keep it in play. So again, so that'd be 61. Yeah, see? 61. And it's right here. It's a fly out to center. That's probably going to knock in a run. Huge insurance. That's a huge insurance run. 3-1. I think that other one was a glitch. Oh, Whitlock's fatigued. Cancel. Get him out of there. You don't want to use a fatigued pitcher, that's for sure. Okay. So we got to go here. He is a righty. Let's go Boston. Bullpen blows it. It's lefty. Here comes Weissert. Trying to get this last out. Here in the top of the 8th. He'll face Monasterio. Weissert to Monasterio. Tough. Strikes out 1 through 57. And he gets him on the strikeout on the 50. But the Brewers plate 3 in the top of the 8th. 3-1 lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th. I bet you Sports Time Machine doesn't think it's rigged anymore. So here's Gonzalez in the top of the order. Duran and Rafaela to face Abner Uribe. Romy Gonzalez, 2 for 2. Tough. He needs a 56 through 68. He's going to roll an 80, and that's a fly out to Jackson Chourio in center, 1 down. Jaron Duran 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Uribe rolls a tough on the 7. We need a 52 through 63. And that is an 8. That's a strikeout. Duran's 0 for 4. 2 down. Sedanine Rafaela 1 for 2 with a walk. Patient. We got to get someone on base. Oh, he swings at a high pitch. Fly ball to center. Jackson Chourio makes the catch. We go to the top of the 9th. 3-1 Milwaukee. Weissert to face Frelick, Terang, Siegler. Weissert to Frelick. Tough. Fly ball to right. Wilyer Abreu makes the catch. 1 away. Bryce Terang 0 for 4. The pitch to Terang, ballpark. Okay, so he's a lefty. 1 through 33 is a wheelhouse. 22, right? And then there's the 12, and that's gone. A solo blast. I think that was a glitch. I think that other thing was a glitch. And you don't have to have the dice roll. Maybe I'll just keep him in place, because sometimes it covers that up. But you can see, okay, you got the wheelhouse because it was ballpark. We rolled a 22. It's in the wheelhouse, and then the fast action card says 12, percentile die right there, and that's a home run. I think the other thing was a weird glitch, or there's something in the background. So that makes it 4-1. Oh, I didn't think you were being mean, Mike. Sports Time Machine. I was just making a little joke. Here's Danny Jansen. I think that was a glitch. So I think what I want to do, let's go to game options. Visual. Is it here? Where is it? Gameplay. Maybe it's gameplay. Return dice to start. I don't want the free roll. Let's do this. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. I'm just curious if it happens again. So now the dice aren't gonna. It's gonna stay at the bottom. And reconnecting. We love you, OBS. And reconnecting. We love you, OBS. Okay, 2 outs. 4-1 Brewers. Runner at first. Tough. And a strikeout. So Jackson Chirino strikes out. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Red Sox need 3 to tie, 4 to win. We should be back up. And we are. Anthony Story endeavors. And it was not my connection. It was OBS. Milwaukee will send in Trevor McGill. McGill at 30 saves. Okay. Roman Anthony, you stink. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. The pitch to Roman. Ballpark. Come on. Roman, 1 through 33. In play single. We'll take it. We need base runners. Anthony's at first. Trevor's Story, 1 for 3. Come on, Trevor. Defense. We need an error. Yes! 2-base error. Okay, let's follow this through. Balls hit to second. I don't know how they choose second. Maybe it's a chart. I don't know. Let's just look at this. Oh, right there. 6-sided die. 4. Okay. But I don't know how they get second. Whatever. Second base, 4. He's a 4. And then 47 on the error, which we're using this here. Okay. So that's how they got the error. And now we have second and third. Bryce Terang has just opened up the doors. See, this is what I don't get. You're up by 3, and they're bringing the infield in. Again, that's the AI manager. That's stupidity. And now they just walk the bases loaded. Okay, so that's some bad AI management there. You're up 3, play for the outs, and now the infield's in. That's the AI. They need to take a look at that. That's bad. That's very bad. Again, I just have basic AI on. You can adjust, but that's the AI. The AI has done a lot of good things, and it's done some really horrific things. If you're up 4-1, that's a 3-run lead. You're not bringing the fucking infield in. And I'm saying that with, not being mean. You're just not going to bring the fucking infield in. And you're not going to walk the tying run to first and bring the winning run to the plate. So the AI, again, I just left the AI on. You can play human. I think next time I'm just going to play human. Because they've done this. And they need to, they probably will fix this. They probably will fix this. You do not bring the infield in up 3, and you don't walk the tying run. This is the winning run right here. Winning run. This is the winning run. He had 15 homers. So here's the pitch. Tough. Fly out to center. It's a short fly, so I don't think it's a sack, if I'm reading this correctly. Nope, it's a sack. Okay, that's cool. Lofts to the center. It's now 4-2. No, he's out. He's out at the plate. Oh, my God. Fly out to center, and he's out at the plate. Let's go to play results. Narvaez, fly out to center. All right, so that looks like they tagged up and he's thrown out at the plate. It doesn't show that. So he tagged, and to me, he's thrown out, it looks like. Let's see. That's a double play. That's a double play. Again, it doesn't really show it there. But again, they luck out with the roll. No, I'm not going to undo the last play. It is what it is. Again, I played the demo. It does stuff like that. It's a double play. So basically, Chirino throws out Anthony as he tagged up. But it should say it here. And it doesn't. So there's 2 outs. Here's Willie Abreu. Tough. And he grounds out to second. That's the ball game. So even though there's some shoddy questionable management by the AI defensively, I think they do a wonderful job with the pinch hitting. And even I'm like questioning, why would you do that? And shit, they get hits. So that's good. But the defense is really bad. The defense alignment is really bad. You just would not bring your infield in. Again, you can play human, and that's what I'm going to do. So we lost. That sucks. Quinn Priester, player of the game. I can see that. Let's go box score. Again, your box score is standard. We got dice trends. Again, I like that. I love the dice trends. So, Milwaukee, 50% tough. 25% ballpark, 25% defense. See that? Red Sox, 50% tough. The wheelhouse, Red Sox gave up a lot of big hits last year. Like their pitching would do that. So, again, that's pretty good. This stuff's all good. The AI is a little questionable for certain things. Right now, I give the AI a C-, an F when it comes to defensive alignment. Altogether, a C-, C-. But the AI does some good things and does some really stupid things. And I'm sure they'll work on it. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know. I have no fucking contact with these people. Brandon Lackey, how you doing? He says, let's hope it gets better. I like the AI, UI. Again, you can play human versus human. I wouldn't have done that stuff. Yeah, you can do that. Watch. Go to box score. And you go here. Go here. And you can show everything. See, that's pretty cool. So, like, let's look at the Red Sox. And look at Roman Anthony. He was 1 for 4. Strikeout, line out, fly out, single. Let's look at, do they have any defense? Let's look to see what they have defensively. Fielding. Assists. Do they have, again, to me that was a sac fly failure. On the last screen, play results. Dice trends. You mean that? World's Worst Gamer? Let's see. Let's go to... Click the arrow. So there's the arrow. Again, there's lots of things. Let's go batters here. So, yeah, there's lots of cool stuff here. And that's the end of that game. Go back to games. All right. I'm just curious who they have pitching for the Mets. Again, I don't get why this... See, that makes sense. That makes sense. Let's just look. He's a 96. He was 10 and 11. 32... He only started one... Oh, that's one complete game. I'm sorry. 3.59. Jim McAndrew would not be the dude I'm starting. It's going to be Kuzman. So again, I don't get these ratings. Jerry Kuzman's a 98. 17 and 9, 2.28. Tom Seaver is 25 and 7. His ERA is a 2.21. So I'd be interested. How do you get this 98? There is nothing that Jerry Kuzman did that is better than Tom Seaver. I mean, Seaver gave up more homers, walked more, but struck out 100. I don't know. 25 and 7 with a lower ERA to me, and this guy's a 98. They're both very good pitchers. I just don't get it. And then why they would take McAndrew, I really don't get. But again, let's cancel that. To me, if I'm going to play this game, I'm going to play Human Manager and Human Manager. And you can change the colors. So the Mets, I'm going to probably... Toronto, I'm going to put in white. The Mets, you could change them to orange. That's red. That doesn't look red. Anyway. So if I was going to do the play as the Mets, I'd have Seaver as my starting pitcher. Yes, you can save lineups. You can save lineups. You can go in you can go in with a team and put your lineups in. No, you can do this. Watch. Let's go back. Cancel game. And again, if you're playing a season, they have the as-played lineups. So let's go to the Mets. Lineups. You can make your lineup and save it. So, right-handed pitching with a DH, because I have the DH in this league. I can click Generate, and it does this. Okay? And it should save it. I'm pretty sure. And I can click OK. And now let's just go back. And there it is. Okay? So let's test that. And A.G. Jones, but again, I mean, I would change this. I would just do this and change this. Because you can hit, I believe you can hit edit. Yeah, so you can change this. You have the players here. I would not do, to me, I like Harrelson batting second. I'm not having Boswell. Again, the Mets weren't not a prolific hitting team in '69, so I mean, they have Boswell, Grody. I think I'd have Grody higher up in the lineup. He always does well for me in pretty much every sim. I was always in shock how low they always batted him. Ron Swoboda, Weiss. So now we just save that. Again, you can adjust it the way you want. You can once you make your lineup. So let's hit OK. Let's go back to games. I'm not an expert, just going through it, giving you my thoughts. Let's go to the Mets again. Let's go to the Mets. Meet the Mets. Greet the Mets. Where the hell are they? There they are. Let's go play game. Oh, shit. That's not the right game. Cancel. Games. So, I saved for ha-has the right lineup. Now they have Tom Seaver. That's pretty funny. Okay. Yep, and there it is. Again, it's not... I probably would change it around. Oh, no. Now they changed it. Interesting. So, I mean, you could just click on it, and it's... Why did it not save the lineup? I hit OK. Oh, no, they do. There's Boswell. No, this is right. Kramer, Garrett, Harrison, Swoboda, Weiss. This is the lineup I saved. Was it? Let's just do this for a second. Snip it. Snip it. Okay. Bring that over here. Cancel game. Go back to the Mets. Lineups. No, that is. Yeah, this is the one I was saved. Okay. So you can save it. And you can adjust it the way you want. 61, 62, 71 Ron Swoboda. That's pretty cool. Art Shamsky. And he's a lefty. See, I probably would play Shamsky. Yeah, so, I mean, again, you're going to have to... Again, this is... If you're playing a league... No, I don't want to save my snippet. You know, you'd have to go in and set your lineups the way you want. I do it by game. Every game, it doesn't bother me to do that. Because I just like to sit there and look at it. So that's the way that goes. As Mr. Wrestling 2 says, this is making me rethink custom teams might go with as played. Yeah, you know, you got to do what you like. I don't mind going in and messing around with lineups. And again, I can save the lineup. You just have to do it all. Once it's saved, it's saved. I mean, this is the way I do it. And again, it's just the way I do it. Let's go Detroit. Let's just go back to... You're killing me. OBS, you're killing me. Yankees, I'm going to go with Ron Guidry. Though I kind of like Dave Righetti too, but I'm going to go Ron Guidry. And then I just click accept. And so Guidry's a lefty. Morris is a righty. So then I go here. And I go lefty with DH. And generate. And I'm going to go here. And generate. And probably going to play Human. And then I just look at it. Gibson, Whitaker, Trammell, Parrish, Evans, Chet Lemon, Herndon, Howard, Hojo, one of my favorite names, Barbaro Garbet. And he's a shitty outfielder. He's an F. Why the fuck would you put him in right? I think that's his fielding. Let's just look. I could be wrong. No, that's his bunting. I'm sorry. I was going to say, I didn't think he was that bad of an outfielder. Where's the defense? No, he's a pretty decent outfielder. So Kirk Gibson. Range F. Anyway. And then I would just go edit and adjust. That's just me. That's the way I do it. So if I want to go here. Position players. I mean, they put Marty Castillo at third base. Who do we have playing? We have Hojo playing third. I probably would keep Hojo. I mean, you got 12 homers, slugging 394. Marty Castillo. Yeah, I mean, again, this is not a bad lineup. I don't know if I want Gibson at the top of it. That's just me. I'd probably go Whitaker, Trammell, Gibson, Parrish. Let's go Chet Lemon. What's his? 352. Gibson 359. 360. 380. I'd probably do this. And Chet Lemon here. And again, it makes me... Why would they change that? And again, it changed it again. That is annoying. That is annoying. Maybe because when I change this, so let's go and edit again. It just got some quirks I'm not used to. Again, the AI generation should be better, I would think. Even if it just went off the numerics, right? Off the numerics. And again, you can set your rotation. So let's And you got your AI. Oh, here's AI man. I don't want the AI manager. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go to 84 Detroit. Let's go to rotation. My number 1, Jack Morris. My number 2, where is it? My number 2, Dan Petrie. My number 3, Milt Wilcox. My number 4, starting pitchers. Okay. Juan Berenguer. Though I remember him more out of the pen. Long relief, yeah. Dave Rozema. Dave Rozema. I know he's out of the pen. Senior Smoke. Doug Bear. Okay. Do I want Glenn Abbott? 17 neutral. Ryan O'Neal. Let's go Glenn Abbott. All right, so let's, and then I guess we click OK. Now let's go back to games. So, oh, wrong thing, sorry. Jack Morris, okay. All right, so that's that. Cancel game. All right, well, that's my thoughts on Payoff Pitch. As World's Worst Gamer goes, Petrie, Wilcox, Rozema. So again, you can set it all up before you play. I think that's what I'll do. I like this game. I like it. I'm not saying I don't. AI decisions defensively right now, and you can adjust your AI manager. You can adjust your AI manager. Where the heck is that? I did see that. Let's take the let's go to New York. Here it is. No, not there. Where is it? Schedule, player usage, rotation, lineups, roster, identity. Not there. Okay. Where is it? I saw it. AI settings. AI settings. Okay. Default strategy. So you can set, but I can you do it by team? Can you do it by team? Oh, teams. Jesus Christ. Right there. Okay. All right. I knew. So, here's, you can set, okay, cancel. You go to AI settings, teams. I knew I saw it somewhere. And now I can set the way I want it to be managed. So if you have a small ball team, I mean, you can look dead ball era, station to station. I don't know what the hell fireman means. Speed demon, money ball. So there you, I knew. So you, I mean, they do have these options, so you can set the team. So like aggressive, conservative, dead ball. I mean, you got dead ball era. That's like small ball, right? You got money ball. They're going to take pitches and blah, blah, blah. So you can set the way you want your AI to control it. Now, that doesn't mean that they're still not going to make shitty defensive alignments, because that was bad. Yeah. So you have balanced, aggressive, conservative, dead ball, station to station. I don't know what fireman means. Again, they probably have definitions for this stuff. Speed demon means they run a lot, right? That's the way it sounds like. So if I was to do the 2025 Red Sox, and I wanted to do AI, I'd probably do balanced. I probably would do balanced. I don't think I'd do aggressive. I don't want station to station. And I'm not sure what fireman means. And I wouldn't do... I mean, I would either do balanced or money ball. I hate money ball. But that's just me. All right, so we take a look at it. Cancel. That's it. That's the stream, folks. Thank you very much. World's Worst Gamer, Mr. Wrestling 2, Sports Time Machine, Brandon Lackey, Barbara. Continue to scroll up. World's Worst Gamer, MV Gaming, and David Zielinski. Hopefully I said hello to everyone and thank you to everyone. Fireman is a closer. You know, that I know. That I know. I want... Oh, you know what? Let's do... Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Now that you said that. Can you... I don't know if you can select more than one. Balanced. Oh. Where is it? No, I don't think... See, fireman. Yeah. So you can only select one. Okay. All right. And project default. So I don't know if they have... Like, say if it's a... As played lineup, if they have a certain strategy set. So, all right. Well, thank you very much. My thoughts on the game. I like it. And again, if you want to try it, there's a demo. You can download it for free on Steam. I don't know if it's also off Sideline Strategy. I would assume there is a demo there. I've not been there. I bought mine on Steam. I do like the game. Lots of good things. Lots of good things. The AI defense management, poor. Very poor, as you witnessed. That's my one big knock on it. Other than that, I do enjoy the game. I bought it. I like it. And I will be playing it.